Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. If you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starco to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple guys. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the code Starco, S-T-A-R-K-O. You press OK and you will receive a few goodies, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So guys, today we're actually going to be talking about one of the best defender in the game, Salvador. A lot of people don't realize how good Salvador is, especially with his level 7 ability. So today guys, we're going to be talking about him, how to play him, how to skill him up, and how to ruin him, obviously, and artifact too, and what are the most important stats on the guy. And also we're going to be sharing some gameplay as we're going to be jumping in the current tournament where we can actually showcase him a little bit. And also guys, before we jump into that, if you want to have a chance to win 500 Drachmas, make sure you jump on the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. Damn, I can't speak today, sorry guys. So yeah, Discord server guys, link is in the description down below. All you gotta do is go in the Dragon Champion category. Channel will be called giveaway. Follow the instruction there. We give away 3 prize of 500 Drachmas a week, so make sure you jump there guys and participate into the giveaway. So let's jump here, let's switch that to pride really fast here, and here we go. My boy Salvador. So basically, first guys, if you're wondering which is the best pride team for Salvador, this is the team here. Hero lead with Boreas, Renara, Kagi, and Salvador. This is the best Salvador team. There is no real other team you can actually use with him that will perform as good. But what's really nice with Salvador is that it only needs Hera to actually work well, but Hera lead with Salvador and anything else with them, and they are actually going to be able to work really well. And if you don't actually want to bring a healer, you can always replace Renara with a characters like Eric Shieldbreaker or Garrett, and that will actually help your team a lot. Those are things you can actually do to get stronger. But anyway guys, so today we are talking about Salvador. We're going to be talking about gear 12 Salvador. Obviously you can see even his runes are not fully optimal. 4-star runes, a few 3-stars, so it's not that crazy, but we do have him at gear 12 in ability level 7. We're going to talk about which abilities are the most important to get to level 7 and what they actually do to make him so strong. You can see here with the gear 12 guys, we have 45,000 HP. You can see over my head here those stats, and we have 51,000 shields, so it requires a lot of damage to actually kill him, which is pretty nice. So let's start with the skills guys. First we're going to go with the passive ability, Power of the Ancient. Passive ability increase physical armor by 35% and an additional 10% for each living pride party in the game. El Salvador as a steel shell and a town, his speed is decreased by 30%. We were on ability level 8 here. 30%. That ability level 8 is going to be awesome because you want your Salvador to be as slow as possible. So the initial turn, you're going to have, obviously you're going to have a taunt right off the bat with hero lead, and then after that you're going to apply that steel shell, and then your Salvador is going to go so slow that everybody's going to get about 5 turns before that steel shell is removed, and everything should be dead unless you got somebody can remove your buff pretty much. So that is a huge advantage with this guy. You want his speed as low as possible. We're going to be talking about that, the speed, by the way guys, when we jump into the runes and artifact, obviously. So here level 7 ability is very important here because of the extra 5% physical armor for each living pride character in the party. Now if you face magic damage dealer, you are in trouble, but if you face a physical attack dealer, you're gonna do very well with this guy. And the speed reduction from that level 7 ability is so freaking important. That is one of the most important abilities for him at level 7. Next we have Steel Shell. Again, Steel Shell and a debuff immunity for 2 turns. The Steel Shell decrease all damage taken by 90%, and pretty much when you do have this ability to level 7, you have guaranteed to get debuff immunity. So this is a must-have too, because if you don't have debuff immunity when you pop your steel shell, you still can get ability block, and then the next turn you're not going to be able to taunt again. Then your taunts will wear off and you're going to be in trouble. So having this ability to level 7 is very, very, very important. Next we have the second skill here. Second skill, one at a time, deal 480% physical damage to an enemy, gain a taunt and tenacity increase for 2 turns. If you actually reduce that, you lose the tenacity increase, which it can be nice, but honestly, when you have you already have your shell most of the time when you use that skill. Your debuff immunity, you already have that when you remove that skill. So that tenacity increase does not really matter when you initially use that skill. So I'll have to say this ability at level 5 or 6 definitely get the job. Yes, if you want to get it to level 7, you get that tenacity increase. At some point that's going to be useful, but it's not mandatory to actually get that. So level as 5 or 6 here is totally fine. Then the basic ability, deal 250% of physical damage to an enemy, a 70% chance to gain a shield equal to 50% of max HP. If you reduce that here, you can see it's 40% to get shield, and it's only a 10% maximum HP. So 70% chance to get shield, and 30% more chance to actually apply shield, and 5% shield size. This is a decent level 7 ability, not a must-have. I think level 60 is fine if you cannot get 3 abilities to level 7, but definitely it will be the third most important ability to get level 7 on him. Now, what will be the priority on him, guys? It's not going to be pretty simple. Priority number 1 is Steel Shell, so you get that debuff immunity, so important. Priority number 2 is the passive ability, Power of the Ancients. Priority number 3 is Strike of the Fit, and if you really want to get this ability to level 7, you can do it like I did, because I wanted this power to be as high as possible, and this is the way to actually skill them up. Now, how do you want to play this, guy? It's pretty simple. You're going to start with Era as the lead, so you're going to start with Taunt for 2 turns. So the first turn, you want to use the Steel Shell to get that debuff immunity and get that 90% damage reduction. Second turn, you want to use that Taunt, and then you want to repeat, guys, and get that Taunt and that Steel Shell up as often as possible. And this is pretty much the way, and you fill with the basic ability pretty much. Now, if we talk about runes, you want to give him as much tenacity as possible. So if you face a Zero, for example, you resist most of Zero buff. Hopefully you resist the debuff immunity. I think that's very important. So you want to give him as much tenacity as possible, as much shield as possible, and you want to give him the lowest possible amount of speed as you can. So no speed primary and no speed secondary if you can. So if we look at the runes here, you can see here we have tenacity with HP. It's not the best one here, but it does the job. Maybe we could actually drop this one. No, there's no tenacity, so that is not a good one. I have to check it. Second runes, you want to go at currency primary because you don't want speed. We do have speed at secondary here, which is definitely not optimal. You can actually go armor, will actually be better here. Let's see if we can actually roll that without speed. You know, it's rare you don't want speed, but that's actually better because armor is going to be increasing its survival ability so much better. We're actually going to get shield, which is going to be better than the shield we have. We're going to lose a little bit of HP, but I think that is going to be great. Like you see here, we lose a little bit of HP, not that much. We actually lose a little bit of shield, okay, but we lose speed, which is very important. We drop below 100 speed, so that actually is pretty awesome. So let's confirm this change and let's go at this one. So armor primary here is the best. I didn't even know there was armor primary here, so I guess we learn something every day. Then here we have again, you're gonna see high tenacity, a lot of HP, which is very, very important. Do not have any 4 stars here. Then next, this one, you have armor primary, or HP primary is going to be what you want to go with, and you want to have as much shield, HP, and tenacity as you want. This is like a perfect rune. There is no way I'm replacing that unless I get a 5-star rune to actually bring similar stats. Then you have the bottom left rune here. You want to go shield primary. If you can get a 5 stars to increase that shield, it's much better. and then you want to get tenacity, HP, shield again, armor, any defensive stats you can get, but tenacity is very important. Then the bottom top left rune here, let's take a look at this one. Oh no, there's speed on this one, we don't want to use this one. So you want to go tenacity primary, and then you want to get, you know, again, shield, armor, HP, and all that kind of stats to that point, and that is what you want to do. So here you can see here, guys, we have 95 speed, which is very, very important. The lowest possible amount of speed you can have on this guy is actually 95. So you want to have him at 95 speed. Then you want his tenacity to be as high as possible. We have 133% tenacity on this guy, and he's still get affected by the debuff from 0 leads. So if you can get that tenacity up to 150% plus, that is really, really where you want to be heading, guys. So those are the two stats, and after that, obviously shield, armor, HP, those are the stats you're actually looking for. After that, you don't care about damage, you don't care about crits, you don't care about potency, you only care about survivability and his ability to resist debuff as much as possible, and for him to be as freaking slow as freaking possible. This is the most important. If you go with the artifact, guys, artifact is pretty simple. You want to go with tenacity artifact. The other stats don't really matter because it's either gonna be damage, you know, potency, which is useless. Damage, potency is useless for him. So personally, I put accuracy just because I can. It does not really matter. What really matters here is the tenacity increase, and here we have, for example, suffering a critical hit, increase armor by 4%, so, and twice per battle, so you can get up to 8% armor increase, which is actually what's going to help him the most. And you can see here we get 18% tenacity from this. Basically, what I really want to do here is to start this artifact up to 5 stars, so we can actually get 36% tenacity and get up to 150% tenacity. That is the long-term objective. Sadly, I cannot achieve that right now as I don't have the artifact to make it happen, but we in the future, we can definitely make that happen. If we actually look at tenacity artifact here, where we go, there we go. You can actually level, for example, you have these ones you can get from the battleground shop, and you can actually level them up. Or you have these ones, you know, you have a bunch of one. Damage is probably the best one to actually put on him technically. But obviously here, this is what I want to build up eventually. I want to build up a couple more 4 stars artifact for him. Of those one, the Magna Rock, so we can actually get that artifacts too at 5 stars and to really get you know, 150% plus tenacity, which will make him a total monster. So this is how you build this guy, guys. Again, speed, lowest speed possible, highest tenacity is possible, and highest defensive stats as possible, and you're gonna be kicking ass with this fella. Now we're gonna jump in here. We're gonna do maybe a couple match in tournament, so we can actually showcase him a little bit without making this video too long. So let's get started here. Let's take a look at what we got here. Some pretty decent team. We're gonna try to avoid this guy. Here we have a 0. What's the potential? Oh, that's a high potential. We're not gonna try this one. I want to maybe try this one to showcase a little bit. This one actually looks like a pretty solid one. Obviously my power is a lot higher, but we only have 1 DPS in this team because Warrior the Trickster is not leveled up, so you can basically only bring 1 good DPS if you want to bring 2 defender and have the combo of Salvador and Hira. So that's gonna be interesting. That's just still should be pretty damn easy. So basically the first thing we want to do is kill this guy because he's gonna be pretty annoying. He's gonna be pretty annoying, and we just want to survive with my Salvador really early on. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna pop the town, take a little bit of E till this guy die, and then pretty much we are going to be taking I'm looking at my mouse cursor here. There we go. The damage with this guy after that, because this guy's survivability is much better. So here we go. We got a steel shell, and this is pretty much over. There is nothing that can actually kill me now. You can see he's not taking damage at all. Now we do have this this days on us. I don't remember if it lasts 1 turn or 2 turns, so we're gonna try that and the last 2 turns. So I'm not gonna be able to do much damage on the next attack, but that is gonna be totally fine. You can see when they attack me, I don't actually take any damage, which is pretty awesome. Now here we're not gonna get big hits, so still decent hits. So I use the basic attack on my Boreas. Now we're just gonna kill her. There we go. And we're gonna finish that. And there was a little bit of magic damage on the other team, so that was not optimal, but still you can see here the potential of this guy. Do a lot of damage here. Here you can see we get the tenacity increase from the second skill, but it's kind of worthless because we already have debuff immunity, but it still can be useful because in a case where they try to remove your buff, that tenacity increase will increase the chance that you resist the buff removal. So technically it can actually be quite useful. I think it add like it's maybe 20, 30 or 40% tenacity. I don't fully remember. I should check out my old video, all buff and debuff explained for Dragon Champion, but I'm too lazy for that. So there we go, the first fight. We're gonna do a second fight. We're gonna try to fight something a little bit stronger. You can see the power of that Boreas and this thing is pretty strong. So basically you bring this duo of Hera and Salvador that's just gonna make you survive so much longer, and then you have one big DPS that take care of the rest pretty much. Now here I do want to check the potency, 70% potency. It is scary a little bit. Let's see if we have something a little bit lower, because I want to showcase the resist here pretty much. We have 43% potency, so this one's actually we should not get affected by the debuff here. Let's test this out. I mean, you know, the tenacity on Salvador should resist the buff immunity at least. If he doesn't, that's really bad RNG here. Watch me not resisted, that'll be funny. And here, see, he resisted every single debuff because of his eye tenacity, what the other one did not actually do. So basically here, we're going to be smacking that a little bit. We're going to wait. Obviously, we're not going to use the third skill here on Boreas. We're just going to wait till we have the buff removed. And meanwhile, we cannot really apply the, how we call it, the days on the Boreas here because... Salvador is taking all the heat, so we are gonna here we can naturally taunt with this guy. So I'm gonna try to apply attack decrease, which is quite useful. Then we'll go with that, and now we are in business. Now we're just gonna be able to wreck everything, and we are stealthed, so we can actually go against Stronggar here, which is a huge advantage of this team, by the way, guys. Now we got a Steel Shell, and we are in business now. They're screwed. There's nothing they can actually do at this point. Now we don't want to get counterattack and kill, but although we could get a good hit here. We only have one shred, so we're just gonna go basic attack on Atom here to collect more shred here. Then we're gonna go back here, try to kill him. Close enough. He's dead now, and we don't actually need to taunt with this guy. We can just try to apply attack decrease if we can. That's kind of optimal. Meanwhile, we have this fella that's just gonna be doing everything he can. And you can see we had 2 stacks of sharp on Hera, which actually did a lot of damage. I don't know, we're just supposed to be talking about Salvador, but kind of talking a little bit about everything here. And there we go. This guy is dead, and we still have the taunt here. There's still no danger, so we're just going to apply attack decrease. You can see he is very slow, so he can run with that Steel Shell for such a long time that we have time to kill the whole team on the other side before his Steel Shell actually runs out, which is actually kind of the objective of what you want to do. See, that's only my second turn, and the other team is almost wiped out. I think I had like it's the third time I actually used the third skill on the Boreas, so that just tell you how often you can actually how often your other players, your other heroes are actually going to be going, other champion, that's the word, are going to be going before Salvador taunt actually runs out. So that's kind of the objective here, and you can see it's perfect counter for Zira if you add a very high tenacity on him, and boom, another victory. So you can see he is so good. In my opinion, he is the third best tank in the game after Kiri and Talon, and that is my opinion, guys. Anyway, That's what we had to showcase in today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. By the way, guys, you can always find my character spotlight video on my tier list, which is available on my Discord server. You go on the Discord server, you go in the Dragon Champion category, and in guide you're gonna have my tier list there, and my update my spotlight video. If there's one there already, you get the new version of spotlight video, which we're trying to do for characters with ability level 7 right now. So guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell to get notified when we post new content. And guys, most important of all, make sure you keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.